Welcome to another edition of Handicap Born Black in America. I'm your host, Ramon Roan, and this is being brought to you by Judicial Freedom Writers Incorporated. Please visit us at www.jfrinc.org. And also please subscribe to this link, so that we can bring more videos out to you. John Singletary and myself, we can bring you out The Naked Truth, Courtroom Public Opinion, and Handicap Born Black in America. Now, today's title, this video is titled, Go Back to Africa. That's right, black people. Go back to Africa. Now, the article reads that titled Go Back to Africa, and it's the Confederate flag supporters screamed when they challenged at Danville, Virginia. Okay, let me read this to you. Controversy raised at a news conference outside of a Virginia museum yesterday when the director of the Danville Museum of Fine Arts and History asked the city council to remove a Confederate flag from a monument outside the museum and move it indoors as part of an exhibit. Supporters of the flag claim that it is a part of their heritage, and they have a right to be proud of it. I quote, "You need to go back to Africa," screamed Ed Clark, second lieutenant commander of the Sons of the Confederate Veterans, on Monday in response to the request for the 7-foot flagpole to be moved. You can read the rest of the argument and Google it, but I will say this is that, one, black people, we ain't going back to Africa. No, ain't going. Ebola's there. Definitely ain't going back to Africa. Pardon me, that was my joke. I'm not a comedian. Nonetheless, let me continue. This flag, and South Carolina, which I'm in South Carolina has been battling, the blacks have been battling to remove the Confederate flag off of the State House grounds, which it's like in a museum. It's like being displayed. Nonetheless, you know, I don't have a problem with the flag. It's a reminder for me. It's a reminder how racist this country is. Now, my problem, not as a black man about the flag, my problem as an American about the flag. I'm a patriot. That's right. I'm a 10-year veteran of the military. So my problem has nothing to do with race, but has something to do with that I'm a patriot. When I risked my life, and when millions before me risked their lives after the Civil War, they didn't risk their lives so that the Confederates can continue to fly that flag. No, they didn't risk their lives for that. They risked their lives for the Stars and Stripes, red, white, and blue. Okay? If you would have told me you're going to go risk your life so that we can fly the Confederate flag, I would say, well, I think I'm not going to join the military, because I'm not fighting so that you can continue to fly that flag. Now, I have all respect for those on that side that decide that they say it's a heritage. We're not trying to get rid of it. I don't want you to deny your heritage, or I don't want to stop you from honoring your heritage. But it doesn't have to be with taxpayer dollars. And that's the issue that I have. Has nothing to do with race, but as a patriot. Now, you look at it, and evidently, what's the guy named? Ed Clark. He's looking at it as race because he's the one that said injected race into the matter. Which I know, in America, racism is always a factor. But now, check this out. If you're going to tell me that it's about your heritage, and now you're going to tell me go back to Africa, wow, that's the issue. It ain't about your heritage. It's about, look here, you want to get the black people, which you don't call us black, we know that, out of America. Go back to Africa is what he said. And I'm like, man, I ain't going back to Africa. No, but I didn't serve nor the millions of blacks that came before me. We didn't serve so that you can fly that flag. Yeah, you have a right to freedom of speech, that's no doubt. But what country that after a civil war, that the losers of the war are still able to fly the flag? Go ahead, I'll wait. Oh, you can't answer. No, you're right. There is no answer. You can't find a country that except in America. Only in America, as Don King used to say, only in America. So what I'm suggesting is that let it be in a museum. It does not need to fly over any land, at least taxpayer dollars. If you want to fly that flag on your personal property, that's fine. If you want to build a museum in somewhere in the city and you want to fly that flag, I ain't got no problem with that. But I don't want to take taxpayer dollars of black people that you want to go back to Africa. You want to take our money to fly that flag on that property. The answer to that is no. I say no. I believe, if you can understand my point, is that it's nothing to do with race. It's about being an American. It's these United States of America. The Confederate flag did not want to be in these United States of America. Therefore, that flag can't fly. It could be in the museum. Man, we still got shackles that they had slaves in museums. There's still, metaphorically, there's still shackles tied on many of us, but nonetheless, let it be in a museum. There's nothing wrong with that. Look, you want to have your war games and all that stuff, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. But guess what, man? We ain't going back. Not any of us are going back to Africa. If you want to leave this country, if you want us to leave this country, it'll be, we shouldn't say that. No, don't do it, Ray. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get off and don't do it. We're not going back to Africa. You need to get over it. You lost the war. War's over. You lost. Get over it. Let's move on. Visit Wikipedia and look up the Confederate flag there. But it needs to stay off the taxpayer dollars funded property. Nonetheless, this has been another edition of Handicapped Born Black in America. Please visit our website at www.jfrinc and please support us. Our mission is to reform our justice system. Our justice system is corrupt, especially for brown and black people. It's corrupt. When you have anything to do with the justice system, you will understand that. Again, may God bless you and may God bless America.